Hello everyone, Railgan here again, today to talk to you about ZvP and especially the Ling Hydra Bane ZvP that we see so much of at the moment. Since the Hydralisk got buff, ZvP changed a little bit more from the Ling Bane Ravager to the Ling Hydra Bane. Of course, part of the reason is the big influx of what is the unit called, oracles in the matchup, where they try to harass you with oracles. And today I just kind of want to explain to you guys how I take my engagements in late game ZvP, or rather mid game ZvP with my Ling Hydra Bane force. I'm going for the pretty standard opener into a fast third. After my Ling speed I took drones out of the gas, I expanded, I built a third queen here to spread a little bit of creep. For Lings at home, keep me safe against the adept, even though this adept is going to get a couple of kills because I did not pay proper attention here. Eventually the adept is going to get cleaned off, killing a total of 2 workers. At the same time, one of my drones also killed one of his workers. He's going for the oracles, and that is all standard. Good and standard. So the way I usually go about the games against Oracle is that I just take built 3 spore crawlers around the 345 mark. I get that evolution chamber for fast +1 melee. Kinda forget to get the melee upgrade this game, but mistakes happen, right? There is an Oracle being parked here. I should move an Overlord here so I can actually see it. Double Oracle is what you want so you can actually kill some workers. I have 2 queens here that are able to help me. And they eventually even sniped the Oracle by pulling a couple additional queens. My opponent, by the way, is Hellraiser, a pretty good GM Protoss. Well, pretty good. And a European GM Protoss. I then get the lair with my next 100 gas. After the +1 melee, I also build a Baning Nest. I drone up, take the additional gases, and take a fast fourth once my third base is saturated on the minerals. Right here, I was a little bit caught off guard by that stasis ward. At the same time, another stasis ward going down over here. This puts me slightly behind my opponent in terms of income for the moment. He does probe up this base pretty quickly as well. There is going to come another stasis ward over here sometime soon. My lair is done, so I start 2 additional evolution chambers. A mistake, I only really need 1 evolution chamber, but mistakes happen. I'm going to speed through the rest of the opening right now because it's mostly just defending against oracles, trying not to get caught off guard, pulling my workers away a bit, zoning the oracles with my queens, and well, trying to kill them, right? Once I have my 4th done, I built a couple drones for the 4th this game. I'm not sure if it's good to build drones for the 4th. Either way, what I need is a big Hydralisk force, just a core Hydra force that I can use. And then some Banelings and Lings behind that. So here I go for my first attack. It's pretty early. I think you can hit the timing much quicker than I did though. It's an 840 attack with Hydras. I'm trying to move a couple of Banelings over here. As you can see, I'm just trying to get the Banelings in there. I'm not A-moving with them. And then I see, yes, Storm, and I take a really bad fight. That is a fight I cannot take. So if you check what I'm building at home, it's mostly Lings and Banelings and a couple of Hydras. I'm going to kill the War Prism over here with my queens. And then I try to clean up the Zealots, but Charge Shots have an insane amount of DPS. I mean, fuck that unit, right? They just kill my queens. Don't even care. So I have some Banelings over here to try and see if I can do a run-by attempt. He of course walled this off completely, builds a sentry. I'm just trying to see if there's some sort of, well, hole in his defense. What I need to do is somehow push into his 4th here. The first attack didn't go that well. Here I wasted 2 of his force fields, and he has the Templar, well, he has everything, right? Everything he could need. So what I need is, I need to build a lot of Lings and Banelings at home and just use the Hydras that I already have in the fights. So I'm trying to get the Banelings into him here, just get the Banelings in as deep as I can and kind of spread out my Hydras to provide some steady DPS. So Banelings go in and then I move around. I manually control the Banelings to run them in just to clean the Zealots. The Nexus set survived with 80 HP, was a bit distracted. As you can see, I'm only building Lings. Like, as long as I have these Hydras, I don't need more than enough Hydras that I have right now. I have 26, I don't think I even need 26 Hydras. Because at some point they just kinda die to the Storm and charge a lot. You really need a lot of Ling and Bane. I'm getting the +2 missile attack and as well as the +1 carapace. I'm not really sure if the upgrades do that much. But why not, right? See, right here, I have a couple too many Hydras, so a lot of my Ling Bane force already gets stuck behind the Hydras. Have to be careful not to get stormed to death here, so I'm trying to run and kite a bit. It's always pretty hard. I mean, I killed the 4th Nexus, restricting him to 3 bases again. He did not take a 5th yet. So now I'm trying to go for a little bit of a run-by attempt. I have vision over here for Warp Prisms and also some vision over there. So right now, kind of spreading out here, seeing what I can do. So I do a small run-by around the back. I actually get a couple of probes thanks to that run-by, and then I'm going over up here from 2 ramps. Just trying to get those Banelings to the Templar, kind of failing at it sadly. Then you send in more Banelings. Most just kind of die against the Immortals, but his Immortals ate so many Baneling hits that they started to go pretty low as well, so his Immortals are kind of dying here. Trying to get a couple Immortal kills, but I'm not really getting all of them. These Hydras here did a really good job at killing the Workers. Still over here killing more Workers, more and more and more. And I just kind of have the Ling Hydra Bane, so as you can see, you really have to be careful not to die to the Storm. Going to speed things up a bit again. Till the next engagement. I remade a couple of Hydras, but I really need to constantly flood Lings and Banelings in the fight. Get the Banelings on top of the Zealots and Templar, and then let the other units do the rest. Like, see, we just send in a couple to clean the... I just send in a couple of Banes. You don't need to send in your entire army. Just try to dodge the storms and send in a couple of units. So I realized that it's going to get a lot harder and harder to break him here, right? And I'm still kind of showing him aggression, but what I'm doing at home is I'm getting the Hive and the Spire. I just kind of did this at random, I guess. I feel like I'm in a pretty good position economically. There's a charge lot run, but it's going to be pretty annoying. Trying to get some Baneling hits off, but it's... I don't know, it's difficult. There, he got the perfect timing. As soon as the hatchery was started to build, he immediately sniped it. A bit frustrating. Of course, his oracles tagged my army. Every move that I make is visible to him. And yeah, at home, I immediately start the Crater Spire, I believe. Yep, as soon as the Spire is done, we start that Crater one. I'm still showing aggression here. I only really have Ling and Hydras left, and Hydras, they don't do much, right? So I need more Lings and Banelings. I still have Lings and Banelings down here in case he would actually try to commit to a counter. Trying to see, but quick storms do insane amounts of damage to my Hydras. His army might not look that scary, but it really is, because Storm Immortal Archon will kill everything I have really quickly, and you can always add what's it called? Charge lots to the army, and then it gets even more scary. So I'm just getting the Crater Spire. Once the Crater Spire is halfway done or so, I started my Corruptors. I have to clean up everything over here. Sending the Corruptors, killing the Warp Prism. I'm not sure if you actually noticed that, because he is now getting the Mothership and Carriers. It's kind of the standard transition, right? Where you get the Mothership and the Carriers for the follow-up. Love the StarCraft music. And yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about this game right now. I got the Broodlords out, and I kind of have to make something happen with the Broodlords before he gets all the crazy stuff up. So I immediately started my Infestor production as well. I did not get the Pathogen Glands upgrade this game. I'm getting Burrow as well, reinforcing with additional Corruptors because I have to kill his air army somehow. I'm also trying to get the Banelings into his Templar. The Broodlords went in first to try and push his army back and maybe get a couple snipes on the Templar. Didn't really do that good of a job. I only really have one Overseer left here, so I have to be careful. If the Overseer dies, then I can no longer see him reveal his army. So I'm trying to push in here. The Broodlords are doing a pretty good job, and now I have Infestors here as well. They only now have the energy for a fungal. I think I'm going to throw down a couple. I need to reveal his army. I don't have anything that can reveal him besides fungal. So I'm actually using the fungals to reveal the army here, and I walk over him. But before we end this replay, let's quickly go back here again, because I didn't really highlight this well, but I want to talk about it quickly. So I sent the Broodlords in first, right? I then saw that his army was actually invisible, which kind of sucked. But the Broodlords go in and they kind of zone his army. And then I'm able to get all the fat damage in on him with my banelings, and we eventually walk over him here. Shoobity shoop shoop shoop. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson on taking fights with the Hydra Baneling or even the Broodlord army, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.